Ho, 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 nigga, it's the Black Santa in this bitch. I got a gift for y'all, right? We gonna be talking about galactic history. You mean? We gonna be talking about galactic history in the four quarters of galactic history. We're gonna mention why it's important, what these four quarters even are, along with like different events that took place inside the four quarters. I actually made a whole entire PowerPoint, right? I made this whole entire PowerPoint. Now look, YouTube, you might be upset, right? You might get upset, but if you want the full PowerPoint, you gotta go to Patreon. I literally made a four-part series. You mean? I made a four. I mean, I talk about other things too. I have videos about griffins. Like I have a video about griffins inside here, about mantis beings. Yeah. It's I have videos about my own past lives, my personal history and stuff like that. Like some of these vids I put on like this is not on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is on my Patreon, you know what I'm saying? This is on YouTube also. This is on my Patreon, my own history. This is Patreon only for the mantis beings, Griffins, Patreon only and shit. Patreon only part two, my galactic history and stuff like that. Then I made this four-part series. This shit's damn near an hour, half an hour, half an hour. You know what I'm saying? I made a four-part series covering all four quarters of galactic history. Now, even though I did it on Patreon, I'ma still give y'all some good sauce. You know? Let's not act like I ain't gonna give y'all no good sauce. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show y'all the first two slides of the PowerPoint too to describe the purpose and the structure of it. You know what I'm saying? So you can see kind of what you're getting into and stuff like that. But I first want to start off with like why it's even important to know the four quarters. You see, when you actually understand galactic history, you find out how the fuck we got here. You know, a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in fucking school, nigga, I fucking hated history class. You know, now, nigga, I fucking love history. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a part of the reason I hated that shit was because I'm learning about history that's kind of distorted. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers be telling like fake history inside school and shit, or it just be shit that I don't really care about. You know, but history is important. Anybody who thinks that is not, this is the reason why malevolent beings can fuck you up. Malevolent beings try so hard to distort timelines so that way they can like give you guys a false history. Because when you do that, right? Like when you have a false perception of the past, it's going to influence your present. You know what I'm saying? And then build on it to the future. This literally deals with fate and destiny. Your fate, right? Your fate is the actions inside the past that leads the present moment and what you may do. Your destiny is what you do right now to make your future though. Now most people's destiny is controlled by their fate. Most people's destiny, where they're going, is controlled by what they already did. It's controlled by their karma, which is just their habits. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about karma on YouTube also. I'm gonna make a video about karma for my reawakening to your spiritual nature. I'm gonna make a video for that shit. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I might even make a PowerPoint about karma and how to master your karma. I might do like a full PowerPoint. We're gonna see about that. But I will make a YouTube video for a fact. But yeah, nigga, what they do is if you influence what happened inside the past, if you think that shit has always been a certain kind of way, you'll still act from that place. When you see what the fuck actually happened, you're like, oh, this is the actual purpose of shit. We should be doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a clear sense of where the fuck we've been and how the fuck we got here and where the fuck we're going. If you distort the past, you distort the present and can make a fucking fucked up future depending on the distortion that you hold. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason why it's important to know the motherfucking history. You know what I'm saying? Number two, you also find out why certain beings act how they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a certain ET race, like a Lyran, you find out why Lyrans are how they are because of what happened to Lyra. You know what I'm saying? You find out, like inside the galactic, inside these four quarters. I'm not mentioning every single being, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm just mentioning the most important events. You know what I'm saying? But you still kind of see like why certain beings act how they act. You know what I'm saying? And this goes deeper than just the four quarters because another aspect is the fact that when you know the four quarters, it also makes it way easier to understand your own past lives. Like if you know the major events, you could think about, damn, during that major event, nigga, I was going through this and that and that. You know what I'm saying? I've already had people tell me, yo, bro, after your video, bro, I've been getting mad, past like memories, bro. I remember that shit right there, that shit right there. Like this, like it's not. It's been multiple people too who have remembered more of their past lives because of the four quarters. You know what I'm saying? So when you understand these events, you find out where you were in history. And then the more you know about your own history, you can look at other beings and yourself and how you formed to be how you are over time. You see what I'm saying? Now, granted, right? Someone may say, well, if it's so important, nigga, why is it only a Patreon thing? Well, first thing, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all some sauce inside here too. Stop playing with me. I'm gonna give y'all some sauce here too. But it's like not everybody needs to know Galactic history right now. Like my Patreon is very cheap. It's only $10, right? Now, some people really can't afford that right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been there when I couldn't get a fucking $10. Like, nigga, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? So that's something making fun of nobody. It's just me saying that if you don't even have the means to get the Patreon, it's probably because you need to focus on establishing your physical reality first. You know what I'm saying? Because knowing about all this alien shit could definitely get you ungrounded, you know? And I'm actually gonna make a video. I'm making a video today. Well, I don't know when y'all seeing this shit, but I'm making a video on Friday for my Patreon, right? I have a series called Mastering the Mundane. I posted many videos about mastering the mundane, right? And today's video is gonna be about why your life starts to fall apart. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're super duper spiritual, why your life would fall apart, you know? Because a lot of motherfuckers be ungrounded, you know what I'm saying? That's like a base message I could say, but of course there's more to it, you know? That's why I'm making a whole video on this shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Master the Mundane is a fire series. I have 19 episodes on there. I'll pull up some of it for y'all real quick. Right here, you know? Oh, this is episode 20 actually, I guess. You know, practicality of life, how to get control over your life and stuff like that. Remember the mission, how to sense bullshit, know when to take control and stuff like that. Mastering your physical body, nigga. It's so much sauce inside my Patreon, bro. I have so many. I have ET enlightenment also, my nigga. I have a lot of shit. I have a lot of shit on my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So don't sleep on your boy, cause your boy got mad shit. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got mad shit. I made this video yesterday. It's already uploaded right now about the fucking Infinity Stones and shit like that. This shit was 30 minutes. This is an ET enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my fault. Like this, I'm just rambling. I'm just trying to show y'all that, nigga. If you want to get the Patreon for Galactic history, it's way more shit than just that, my nigga. I have mad souls. I broke down the 12 planes on this bitch, the whole social reality in this motherfucker. Like, I don't, nigga, my Patreon is fucking saucy. So I'm gonna stop showing y'all shit, though. Just go check my shit out, you know what I'm saying? Especially the fucking collection section. That fucking spiritual assassins class. Okay, enough promotion. But yeah, long story short, if you can't get the Patreon, it's likely because you're meant to focus on your physical life right now. And then as you, because that's how it was for me, nigga. I couldn't access certain shit until I got my life in a pretty stable way. You know what I'm saying? And then once my life got more stable, I got to access more shit. And as I access more shit, I see why my shit had to be fucking stable in the physical. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, right? What even are the four quarters? So let me first start with reading the fucking first pages of the PowerPoint. So let me pull that up and lift this up. You know what I'm saying? And then boom. So the purpose of this PowerPoint, right? So I made this PowerPoint because I wanted to educate the viewer on the immense amount of history which has taken place inside our galaxy. There are many things which have happened within our galaxy which is not included inside the PowerPoint. However, the most potent and influential events in the galaxy which have taken place will be covered in a way where the viewer gets the basic overview without having to go too much into detail. This will allow the viewer to get a general perspective of what's happened in galactic history, how they may have played a part, along with how we got to where we are today. More PowerPoints and videos will be made, especially on Patreon for a fact. Some on YouTube too, but definitely on Patreon. I'm gonna make more videos and PowerPoints, which will allow one to go deeper into specific events with inside the four quarters. So The structure of the PowerPoint, right? This PowerPoint is structured in a way that separates galactic history into four quarters. This is because there are four main periods of galactic history where major events have taken place. These four quarters being number one, the creation of the universe to the beginning of the Lyran Wars. Because before the universe, you had the multiverse, the metaverse, megaverse, you know what I'm saying? That was already a whole bunch of fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? But this starts with the creation of the universe all the way through the beginning of the Lyran Wars. The second quarter is Lyra being destroyed and the Orion War starting. Third quarter is the Orion Wars ending and the Draco Wars, and the fourth quarter is then the Draco Wars and then Earth and Ascension. You know what I'm saying? So within those little four periods, right? There are many things which have taken place that I'm going to list off right now. So inside quarter one, right, this deals with, of course, the creation of the universe and the creation of the Milky Way, because the Milky Way was made for a certain purpose that I go a bit more into inside the PowerPoint. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, you get the creation of Lyra, along with early feline wars with each other. Like, yes, felines were beefing with each other, and I explained why they were inside the PowerPoint. You know what I'm saying? Then, like, after all that beefing and they finally got good and stuff like that, at some point the avians came, and then at some point you have the fucking feline and alien wars. You know what I'm saying? Then after all that gets pacified, you have fucking Lyra growing more and stuff like that. And as Lyra begins to grow, it becomes more harmonious, right? As Lyra becomes more harmonious, they start to make the motherfucking humans. You know what I'm saying? They start making humans, which also leads to the Blue Vegas, all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And then at some point, there's like more conflicts over the felines and the humans and all this other fucking fuckery and stuff like that. And this leads to like different wars, like it's like these minor cold wars that become bigger wars, like a fucking feline avian war part two that also includes the vegans. And at some point it just leads to the fucking at some point it leads to the creation of reptilians, and then the fucking Lyran reptilian wars. You know what I'm saying? And then of course from there, like when the war started, you had different beings. Like some Lyrans were able to escape and go to other planets, but the ones who did not escape, they pretty much entered slavery. You know what I'm saying? And then that leads to quarter two. It is inside quarter two, they eventually break out. You know what I'm saying? They break out of slavery and stuff like that. And then you have this one period where like you have the rise of the red lions, which was the red lions are pretty fucking rare, but that became a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they started popping up more. I explain why all this happens way more in depth. You know what I'm saying? Um, then after that, you have Lyra being destroyed, and then because Lyra gets destroyed, Lyrans are trying to find homes all over the place, and then the main place became the Leo constellation. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole feline takeover inside Leo, and the whole Leo story is pretty vast with like how that even formed, because like Leo is amazing now, but it wasn't always amazing with that shit. It was a lot of wars there and a lot of conflicts there between white lions and black lions. It was a whole fucking thing, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, you start getting like F-150, and then you also get the development of antimatter beings along with the Anunnaki. I already made a video on YouTube about the creation of the Anunnaki, so that's on my YouTube anyway. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, then at some point you get the motherfucking once the Anunnaki formed, Jesse had a lot of Anunnaki wars between each other. Like Anunnaki fought against each other, but eventually they kind of like got a bit more clicked up, and this leads to like a whole bunch of like time travel inside Sirius, right? Like there was time travel to simply just heal Sirius. There was time travel to keep the records of what the fuck was happening, because keep in mind, I didn't even mention this shit with quarter two, right? In quarter two, this is also when the reptilians like around the time that Lyra got destroyed and Leo's being populated. You have the reptilians going to Orion. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give y'all this sauce right here. Orion is literally a portal where different multiversal energies converge and enter into the universe, because the multiverse is an infinite amount of temporal timelines. You know what I'm saying? But all those timelines converge and become one inside the universe. And Orion is literally a portal where these different timelines enter into our galaxy and then converge as one. And now, with that being said, when the reptilians try to take over that shit, if they get control over Orion, they could begin to control different timelines too. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, the Anunnaki had to actually travel through time to keep the history of what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then also with the time travel too, they actually would time travel back to Lyra and then help the Lyrans actually overcome the slavery and stuff like that. And I actually explained how all that worked. I actually explained how all that worked inside the PowerPoint. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Then at some point you get quarter three. In quarter three, at the very beginning, the Orion Wars are calming down a bit more, and then you have like not a lot of because I realized that a lot of people don't really talk about the Draco Wars and the Draco takeover. You know what I'm saying? But as the Orion Wars were ending, right? Like I know this heavily because me and my boy Cash went to Draco and we was doing like mad shit there, you know what I'm saying? Like there's actually a prophecy for the celestial dragon that the celestial dragon would come and then free the dragons from Draco, you know what I'm saying, and would actually end the Draco Wars, you know what I'm saying? Now at the time, like I explained inside the PowerPoint how when the prophecy was first heard, like the prophecy, right? This prophecy was first heard in a whole entire different realm, in a whole different galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Back inside the dragon galaxies and the dragon realms. So it wasn't really understood like that until dragons entered into our galaxy, got enslaved and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But there was this whole entire big ass prophecy which I actually had to help fulfill. And while trying to do that, me and Cash and we was kind of just getting clout inside Draco. You know what I'm saying? Partially to like getting clout inside Draco dealt with like number one, trying to find different dragon siblings that help with the prophecy. But then also, the more clout you have, the more eyes are looking at you. And then the more eyes looking at you, you might get the attention of like the big king, and then find the big king, fuck him up and take over Draco, you know what I'm saying? So at some point the Orion Wars were like fully ending, and like everybody was coming to Draco because like now it was time to take over Draco, and Draco definitely did have a huge takeover. You know what I'm saying? And Draco, yeah, like niggas won, like us. You know what I'm saying? You could have fought with us too. You know who fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? You know like when you get into these four quarters, you might read some of this shit and be like, damn, I remember being there for that. Holy shit! So you might remember when you was fighting this. You might remember the Draco Wars. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, then after the war was won, Draco actually had a huge period of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Which was partially caused by me. I was very hurt, and I was like, you know what, you reptilians, we gonna enslave y'all bitches. We took over y'all shit. Now y'all motherfuckers is slaves. But eventually that ended, and there's like a huge ass healing with Draco and stuff like that. And then this leads into the last quarter, because inside the last quarter, you have the end of the Draco Wars, and then universal ascension, and that's because since the Orion Wars ended and the Draco Wars ended, there wasn't really that much conflict within inside the universe. Therefore, people were kind of just free to ascend. Motherfuckers out here becoming angels and gods and 7D beings and 8D beings, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a heavy period of ascension after the Draco Wars. Like there was still battles and conflicts. Don't get it fucked up. There was still conflict happening. But it's like it wasn't really that deep because at this point, nigga, like motherfuckers is becoming gods and shit. Okay, it's some conflict, but we gonna fucking Kanashite you. For those of y'all who don't know, the Kanashite is a move that I learned from the Inataka. It deals with like pretty much sending a whole bunch of fucking divine wrath. Nigga, I did a Kanashite inside the astral, and I literally destroyed the whole reality on accident. I was trying to just kill a being. Nigga, I fucked up the whole reality. That shit was kind of wild, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, bro. So yeah, nigga, when you have motherfuckers ascending so high, it kind of became way more easy to deal with conflict. And because of all that shit, the galaxy, the Milky Way, was kind of hitting its completion point. And because of that, this is when they started the formation of Earth, you know? Because Earth was meant to be a galactic capital. Like Earth is literally the capital of the fucking Milky Way. And by the way, Earth, right? Earth is called Tetek Ayina by the Inataka. Tetek Ayina literally means the cosmic weaver of timelines because on Earth, this is where all the history of the galaxy comes into one. And that's why on Earth, we actually relive different galactic history points, but in like a smaller way because Earth is meant to hold the history of the whole entire galaxy. Earth is literally a library planet, you know what I'm saying? And the humans are meant to be its angelic record keepers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so this leads into the formation of Earth and its purpose, and it also deals with like early Earth and the Inataka. It deals with the early Earth with the Inataka and also the beginning creation of humans, and then that leads to an eventual ice age. My fault. Let me backtrack. When the humans were first created, this is when Mu was popping up. You have Mu popping up and all that other shit. But at some point, a huge ice age came and stopped all that shit. And then once the ice age melted, you get Lemuria and Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? But then of course, as we know, we have fucking Lemuria and Atlantis fighting and stuff like that. And at some point, both of them just fucking flood. You know what I'm saying? And then after they flood, that is when you get the rise of Egypt and the eventual fall of Egypt. And then that eventually leads us to where the fuck we are now with our current Judeo-Christian era. So I explained all these things. If I let me think about it. So the first two vids were about an hour, and the second two were about 30. So nigga, what's nigga an hour? Well, 2 hours. So nigga, I damn near explained all this shit on my Patreon, and it's like 3 hours because the first two vids are damn near an hour, and the last two vids are like 30 minutes type shit. So it's like nigga, that's fucking 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like I just summed up everything inside 20 minutes, but my nigga. I was recording for 3 hours breaking down all the fucking history. And the thing is, there's way more shit I could talk about. Cause like nigga, like I could talk about fucking Sign Gus and Hadar. Like nigga, like at some point in the PowerPoint, I mentioned the spirit disciples. Nigga, the story of the fucking spirit disciples could be your whole entire PowerPoint in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like even with the 3 hours that I used to cover this PowerPoint, nigga, there is so much history, bro. You think I made this video short, nigga? Those 3 hours are really fucking short, cause nigga, I covered this is millions of years passing by. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually know all this shit, it helps you to understand. Like, yo, that's why shit is how it is now. Oh, that's how that happened. Oh shit, that's why I think I was there for that shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Now let me say this too. I offer Galactic Akashic readings. I have coaching for it down below. My availability is kind of off, so just text me through the website if you want a meeting, and I got you. I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Peace.